Today we are going to talk about something you must stop doing if you want to manifest your specific person. Please subscribe and click on the bell for more videos like this. I'm posting a video every Monday for now. The more you subscribe, the more you'll be able to see more videos just like this one. And I know that this is going to help you change your life. Hello, manifestors. Today I've decided to speak about this sensitive topic because I received tons of questions and I see bunches of comments on manifestation social media groups that are proof that many people are not understanding something crucial about manifesting a specific person, whether it's an ex-partner or someone new. So if you have trouble manifesting your specific person, be sure to listen to this video until the end, and I promise you that you will be way more clear by the end of this video. So I will start with this. If you want to manifest your specific person, you need to make up your mind about what you want. Do you want to just chat with them through text? Do you want them to contact you once in a while? Do you want them to play cat and mouse with you? Or do you want to live with your specific person, maybe marrying them? If what you want is living with your specific person, maybe being married to them, you must stop making the mistakes that I see many people make. So first off, why do many people are making mistakes that prevent them from manifesting their specific person, and as a result they're feeling frustrated and even lost? The first reason that I have found is that they haven't truly understood the law that Neville Goddard talks about. If you've joined at least a couple of those manifestation social media groups based on Neville Goddard's teaching, such as my own Facebook group, for example, I am pretty sure that you were asked if you were familiar with Neville Goddard's teaching. But it is obvious to me that some of you are not really familiar with Neville Goddard's teaching yet, for one reason or another. If this is the case, do yourself a favor and read at least one or two of Neville Goddard's books, or listen at least to some of his lectures. I will be putting the link of the best lecture reading channel I know below this video. I understand that Neville's original lectures can be very hard to listen to because they are so old, but I know one channel that I will put the link of down below that is the best lecture reading channel out there. So give yourself a favor and try to listen to some of those lectures from beginning to end to get acquainted with Neville's teaching. This is the first thing that you should be doing. If you are not quite clear yet about this teaching of Neville Goddard. Because the main difference between those who have mastered the teaching and those who have not, it's very simple. Those who have simply know Neville Goddard's teaching firsthand. So what I'm going to mention here in this video, it's not out of my own hat, but about Neville Goddard's teaching. So that's how I have attracted my own specific person, and I did it in 2 months. From the day I started to the day things were set in stones, as it were, was exactly 2 months and 3 days. The first thing you need to stop doing if you truly want to attract your specific person, it's messing with the middle. Now, how do you do that? Well, we are messing with the middle when we are forgetting the end result that we want. So it goes something like this. You are saying that you want to be married to your specific person, all right? But instead of imagining your scene, which by the way should be a scene like a month or a year or any amount of time after your wedding, it could be a simple scene where you are seeing and touching your wedding ring, for example. You could be doing that while seeing your specific person in your vicinity. Or it could be your first year wedding anniversary. In any case, it should be a short scene, maybe 20 seconds maximum, because it's a scene that you should know by heart and be able to replay over and over as you fall asleep at night. This is the only thing that matters. However, you are messing with the middle. When all of a sudden, after having created your end scene, you decide to manifest a text, for example. If you're doing this, you need to ask yourself the question, do I want to manifest marriage or do I want to manifest a text? Because getting a text or a call or whatever from your ex or from your specific person that has nothing to do with your end, this is not a sign that you'll get your end, and it's not a sign that you're getting closer to your end either. If you have tried to manifest a text or a call and you're getting it, well, that is your end right there. You've manifested your end. You've manifested your text. In that case, if you forgot about your end and you're concentrated on manifesting a text, your text is now your end and you've just manifested it. You have not, by any means, manifested marriage so far. On the other hand, if you focus on your real end, marriage, you will obviously eventually manifest some type of connection. It could be a text, a message, or a call. That's what Neville Goddard called a bridge of incident. Because obviously, if you are not exactly on speaking terms with your specific person right now, whether it's an ex or a new person, they are not going to ask you tomorrow out of the blue, hey, do you want to marry me? Things, events in the 3D world will happen naturally through what is called bridges of incidents. But when you decide to focus on something lesser than your end, such as a simple text, you are messing up with your end. Because all of a sudden, you've decided to manifest something else. Yes, it might still be about your SP, but your manifestation has nothing to do with your end. It has everything to do with another end that you've manifested, in this case, a text. Do you get the point? So you might ask, why is it faster to manifest a text than marriage? Because obviously it's going to take less time, because it's going to take fewer bridges of incidents to manifest a hello, how you doing in the form of a text than it would a proposal. Another thing you need to understand is that the fact that you've manifested your specific person sending you a text or giving you a call doesn't mean that he's going to propose to you or to propose to you faster. Again, the only thing it means is that you've got that text or that call that you intended to manifest. That's it. That's all it means if you intended this text or this call. It doesn't bring you any closer to your end. When I manifested my specific person, I fully assumed that this man, who I barely knew and who wasn't even available at the time, was mine. I assumed it, I embodied the feeling, and I scripted a few sentences that I wanted to hear from him. I did that for about 2 weeks. I was on vacation in Greece, and then as I was about to travel from Greece to England, something happened, actually, an event happened that helped me to release the need of hearing from my specific person. And since that felt good, I decided myself consciously to plunge my mind into something else, to get distracted with something else, not to be over obsessing with my specific person. After only 2 weeks of doing that, I manifested an email from him. And this was the first bridge of incident. Because exactly a week after that email, he started to chat with me through Messenger and text regularly. And then it was every night. And then it was through Skype. And then in the middle of all that, there was even a scary moment, another bridge of incident, where he almost backed up because, as I said earlier, he wasn't available. And at that moment, it lasted about 3 days. I thought that I had lost him, but I didn't. You see what it is to trust in your end? Because sometimes bridges of incidents will look like all kind of stuff. But as Neville Goddard said, you're supposed to ignore your present reality. And I got scared, I have to admit. But still, I did not panic. I said, okay, and I let it go. And 3 days later, he came back even stronger. And just 2 months after I started my first assumption and scripting, back when I was on vacation in Greece, I manifested my specific person in my 3D world. Even I couldn't believe how fast and easy it was. Someone that I hardly knew and who wasn't even available 2 months earlier. Now, what about if I had decided to mess this beautiful, easy progression of things in the middle by trying to manifest a text or a call? Well, I may have got my text or my call, but would that have helped me to get to my end faster? Meaning to get in a relationship with my specific person 2 months later? No. All it would have done is just manifest a text or a call, maybe. The reason it went so fast is simple. Number one, I assumed it fully and wrote down what I wanted. Number two, eventually, before it became an unhealthy obsession that would have created some type of resistance, I decided to drop it, to let go. And number three, I never messed with the middle. And boom, I got my manifestation in just 2 months and 3 days. Now, because I get this question a lot, I want to specify something. Dropping your desire doesn't mean that you are giving up on your desire. I have people telling me that they thought that dropping their desire meant to give up. It doesn't mean that at all. Dropping your desire is the opposite of giving up. It means that you know that you've done what you were supposed to do and that you are now letting go, letting that part of manifestation that works on its own do what it needs to do. As humans, we are God in the sense that God is in us, in our imagination. And that everything that we can conceive in our imagination is already finished. Because in fact, we do not create anything. It's already created. If it wasn't, we wouldn't even have the idea coming up in our mind. But because it is already created, because it already exists, we are able to imagine it. But that's all we have to do. The how, the when, and the where is not for us to decide. This is done by our God self, by our subconscious self, which knows it all. When our limited human self gets in the way by getting in the middle, it will only delay what we truly want to manifest. So, as a recap, know what you want and create a sort of scene of what you want. Be sure that you stay in that state, assuming that it is done as you go about your day. Remember that every time you decide to manifest little things in between of where you are and where you want to go, where you want to be, you are messing with the middle and only delaying your end. Do not become obsessed with what you want. If you feel that such obsession is becoming a resistance, let it go. You're not giving up, you just let go by concentrating on other things such as yourself or something you like to do, for example. And letting go is not giving up. It's actually letting your desire grow and flourish. When you plant a seed in the dirt, you do not go back in and dig it back out to see if it's going to grow. You leave it alone. You let it go. You let it grow. Once it's planted, it doesn't need your attention anymore to grow. It grows on its own. It's the same thing with your desire. Once you have done your work, your imagination, once you have put the desire out there, it is done. It is finished. It is growing on its own, whether you notice it or not. It is growing on its own and even much faster if you just let it be. So if you are doing all this right in time, you will manifest what you want. Your manifestation will come to pass. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like the video, subscribe, click on the bell icon to be notified of my next video. If you want personal coaching, I have now email coaching available, and I'll put the link down below. And I'll have as well the link for one-on-one coaching. And also, I'll have the link for my Facebook group, Manifesting Neville Goddard's Techniques. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.